and you're supposed to get more, then you're striving. You're manipulating situations and circumstances, and that's causing chaos. And in that chaos, I can promise you, you are not that innocent child. The first thing you're going to try to do is jump in the middle of that chaos and make it, stir it up more, and you've heard about stirring up, and it makes it stink worse. Well, that's exactly what happens when you're striving and contending and manipulating, and even in the sense of thinking to yourself, well, I'm not doing any harm. The harm is done to yourself because you are thinking on some level that you are being denied. And that is absolutely impossible. It's impossible to be denied. You can't be denied if you're breathing. Okay, let's see. I love this. I love the I Ching. I love the way that it is written. Sometimes it's difficult if if this is the first time that you've heard it, the wording may be a little difficult to take in, but it's just so beautiful. The well. The town may be changed, but the well may not be changed. The town may be changed, but the well may not be changed. I think that goes along with that saying that I have all the time. Seasons change. People don't. Okay. The well, the town may be changed, but the well cannot be changed. It neither decreases nor increases. They come and go and draw from the well. If one gets down almost to the water and the rope does not go all the way, or the jug breaks, it brings misfortune. In ancient China, the capital cities were sometimes moved, partly for the sake of a more favorable location, partly because of a change in dynasties. The style of architecture changed in the course of centuries, but the shape of the well has remained the same from ancient times to this day. Thus, the well is the symbol of that social structure which, evolved by mankind in meeting its most primitive needs, is independent of all political forms. Political structures change, as do nations, but the life of the man with its needs remains eternally the same. This cannot be changed. Life is inexhaustible. It grows neither less nor more. It exists for one and all. The generations come and go, and all enjoy life in its inexhaustible abundance. So how, in any sense of the word, do you conceive of yourself being less fortunate than someone else? How do you justify saying that you're supposed to have more than whatever it is that you have at this moment? You are as happy and complete and satisfied and nourished as you can possibly be. You cannot eat anymore when you're full. You cannot drink anymore when you're not thirsty. And your soul is complete. The only thing that it desires to do is to experience this life completely and fully without your barriers and restrictions and thoughts of what it is supposed to do and not do. Okay. That red's kind of hard to come off. All right. Now, let's just grab a book up here, Mitzi, and see which one we're going to do. We're going to, you know my favorite, Martin Buber. Let's just take it and see how it's going to fall in here. All right, here we go. Spirit in its human manifestation is man's response to his you. Whoa. What did I say, or what did he say? spirit in its human manifestation remember what I talked about? I said the one goes down here and the two manifest. Okay? So spirit in its manifestation, human, in its human manifestation, is man's response to his you. What does that mean, Paula? What does that mean? That would mean that you recognize as you, but it ain't really you, but you think it's you. That's the best you can do because you look in the mirror and you call it you. But that you is inexhaustible like the well. It's been here before you got here. It's going to be here after you leave. But anyway, this you, this human you, is man's response to himself. So what you're seeing, this you that you're calling by name, let's say I'm calling this you Paula, okay? This is spirit's human manifestation. It is not all there is. It is just one little teeny, even that's too much. It is just part of the inexhaustible well of nourishment. Okay? That remains and is not changed by what I say or do or be or try to do or try to say. It's not going to be changed, not this you. Now I can change the color of my hair, I can cut it, I can gain weight, I can lose weight, I can take voice lessons and learn to sing, I can go boxing and learn how to box. All of those are the experiences of this human you, but it is not touching the you. The you that is not the one that you recognize, because you cannot manipulate, control, convince, influence, contrive, or, what was that big word? Strive and impose. I've got to erase all this because I got to get those two words up there. Okay, am I turning my back, Mitzi? Strive and impose. It is impossible for you to strive and impose upon this you. This you. That, what you're seeing, is not the you. This is a manifestation of that energy. It is the two, it is the form that is needed and used and expressed by the divine. So if it is used and expressed and needed, did you hear me say needed? What God needs us? What in the world God need us for? Needed. This is the needed expression of God in this earth life. This you that we call you. But I have a you have a you, everybody has you. So how could it be my you? This is one little teeny dot. So I cannot possibly have any bearing or influence on this divine force. Now what I can do is get in tune with, which would mean in harmony with this particular you of the divine. If I could recognize the you as divine, the you as divine, then I would know that every person I meet is divine. I would know that every person that I meet is God's manifestation of spirit. And when I address each and every person that I come in contact with, what would be the next thing that I would do? If I am the one penetrating the earth, the you, penetrating the earth, as this human form in the two, the next thing that I'm going to do is communicate in childlike innocence. Mitzi, this is real important. To communicate in childlike innocence joy, happiness, appreciation, and with what we thought we began this show with. I'm going to change colors. Let me lay that down. I want a different color. We started this show with thank you. We are in constant, gracious gratitude for the opportunity to come to earth and to experience everything that we experience, both good and bad. Both good and bad. We are here and we're going to incorporate it, and our well, our inexhaustible spirit of the divine is going to continually feed us and nurture us and keep us in all things and drive us into relationships, careers, families, friends, activities. We need and want to experience as God's in the making. Mode. Masters of divine essence. We've just forgotten who we are. So, if in fact we are all particles and waves and quarks and atoms and of God's divine energy, of this, boy, there you go, this nitrogenic energy. Whew. Let me see if I can get the thing to stay. This nitrogenic energy of God in operation, then what comment do we have about it? How in the world can we say we are too fat, too skinny, too stupid, too smart, too rich, too poor? How can we comment upon that? I'm looking for my eraser, Mitzi. I don't see it at all. Oh, there it is. How can we do that? I mean, We walk around complaining all the time of what we don't have and what we need. And yet this inexhaustible well is providing for us at all times. Let's see what this is. That's a 23, and that's a 14, and that's a 12. I'm not taking them down. You know that, Betsy. That's what I'm doing. So we got a 14 here, and we got 23 and 24. So we got a 47, 61. In the Yi Jing, 61 is inner truth. I may go into that in just a moment. We'll see. We'll see. Let me get back to that, Martin. All right, what is he saying? He's saying, spirit in its human manifestation is man's response to his you. Man speaks in many tongues, tongues of language, of art, of action, but the spirit is one. It is response to the you that appears from the mystery and addresses us from the mystery. Spirit, spirit, spirit. And yet we take for granted. We are so lackadaisical in our approach to our lives. We just assume that we're going to live forever and we can do and say and be what it is that we want to do and say and be while we're complaining is what I'm talking about. Complaining, commenting, gossiping, and it have no detrimental effects. But that is not true, because the inner truth that is in you is the only thing that's going to remain. And so whatever it takes to get to this inner truth will happen in your life. Because this is not up for negotiation. You know, there is a divine plan. Remember I said that? A divine plan for your life. A divine plan. Cycles, patterns. Just like this shirt has